Hi, Denise. Cody. Uh-oh. I don't know where Mark went to. There you are. Are you there?
There we are.
Yeah. Okay, I can hear you. I can see you. What happened to you? Just didn't get the camera turned on in time or what?
Stand by just a minute.
My audio on my speakers on my headphone is low. I guess I've got it up about as high as it's going to go, though. Okay, so let's do a audio check out there. Can everybody hear me okay? Mark, are you all right? You ready to go?
Stand by just a minute, please.
Okay. Patty says she can't hear you, but they're hearing me. Well, I'm glad. I think we fixed the audio. That's one reason we're a little late getting on. Our technician been working on it. Mary, they said they can't. I mean, Mary says they can't hear you, but I guess maybe that's not because you're not saying anything. I don't know. Well, I'm going to go.
I was not saying anything. I had to go a different way to get your sound. I can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me now. All right, now speak up and let's see if anybody can hear you. They're saying your audio is really low, Mark.
Can anybody hear me, or can everybody hear me out there?
Shauna Sherman says she's hearing both of us.
How about now?
That's much better. That's much better. Okay, everybody, I think that we've got the audio problem worked out. I hope so. We're working on some things here. We've been working on it today. They're saying it's low. Mark, I think you're still low. They can hear me good. But, well, we switched places. I guess now they can hear me, can't hear you
test
as well.
1, 2, test 1, 2.
Come on, a little more. Crank it on up some.
Okay, hang on a second.
Okay. Hi, Mildred Sewell.
Hang on a second. I'll be up there. I got to change something up there.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and, well, hang on. We'll wait till he gets done. Then we're going to update everybody on what's going on. Hold on just a second. Help it. Leave it right there and let's try it. And then if it don't, I'll raise it a little more. Yeah, Linda McCareth, I guess you don't have to force your voice as much. I tell you, my voice it's kind of on the edge anyway. And after the night we had last night. Okay, Mark, talk
All
to me.
right. Test. How's
Yeah, I
that?
can hear you pretty good. Is everybody else still, Mark, okay? I just bit my tongue. Good grief. Okay, I'm going to assume everybody can hear Mark good.
I hate it when that happens.
I do too. But okay, everybody's saying much better. Yes, great. Okay, we
Yep.
are good. I think we've got some of these things taken care of. We've really been working on it. That's why we're late getting on. Plus, we didn't get in till kind of late, and it's got my time thrown off for the whole day. And hi, Harley. There's my good friend Harley. There's April Lilly. There's Diane Carney Niswama. I think I said that right for a change. Some days you just get on top of it and you know what you're doing. But anyway, so yeah, we haven't had a lot of sleep, and I'm hoping to finish this. It does look like we're going to escape today without any major problems. So we're not going to stay on here long. We want to get on here, let everybody know what's taking place. What I'm seeing is that the front is off to our southeast. That's where it became stationary at. Right, Mark? Mark? Hello?
Yes, it came stationary off to the southeast, and I'm hearing you with a little bit of a delay. So give me a second.
Okay.
It's become stationary off to the southeast, and down where you're seeing the thunderstorm south of I-40 is where the front is laying right now, and it should probably stay there through most of the night. It may start wading back up this way tomorrow, but it's mostly going to be off to our west. We probably won't have a real good chance of severe weather again until about Saturday.
Yeah. We're still looking at tomorrow, though, because if it does waffle back up to the north overnight or into tomorrow, things could get changed really quick, right?
Really quick. It wouldn't take much. The atmosphere is still pretty volatile. And in any case, we're still going to continue to have these waves of heavy rain move through. And they're still looking at a flood watch for us all the way through Saturday night, and a flash flood warning for Christian County up here where we're at, actually for today until about 6 p.m.
Yeah, and you can see these counties outlined in the lighter green. That's warnings of flash flooding. I measured 3.5 inches of rain in my gauge this morning, not counting what we have gotten during the day today. I don't think we've received a whole lot. So here's the deal. Most of the stuff is going to be along this front the rest of the night. I don't see us getting anything to be worried about, even in the Simpson County, Logan, Todd, Christian, Trigg, Burr, all the areas here that were under the gun last night are going to get a rest today. And boy, we sure need it. There was some, unfortunately, it sounds like there were several lives lost in Arkansas. And Mark, what was the last report you heard of how many people perished?
8 total. There was several in Arkansas, one in Missouri, and I believe there was one in Mississippi.
Yeah, I know one of them was a fire chief, if I'm not mistaken. Whenever I'm not sure what happened, but he was helping someone on an accident, I believe. And
yeah, he was the one in Missouri.
Yeah. So I appreciate you guys being on. I appreciate you all sticking with us last night. It was a trying time. We got through it, and I told you guys that those of you who were just really in anxiety over it, I told you we had been through this before, and that it would probably be okay. And in fact, it did turn out that way. And thank God that has happened. Let's see here. Hold on just a minute. So it looks like we got a little bit of stuff up here in West Virginia where our friend Dave is, but other than that, it's not too
Linda
bad.
Manos there is asking about Nashville flying in.
Okay, Mark, what do you see about that?
At around 8 a.m. And they do have some street flooding ongoing in Nashville, and they continue to have strong storms move through there. There is a tornado warning just southwest of Nashville, south of I-40 there, that could head up their way. So Nashville Metro could get some pretty rough weather in the overnight hours.
Yes, but the good thing, it doesn't look like it's going to come to us. There is a tornado watch for Clarksville and Montgomery County, and that's the only place that's really, well, they're eastward through Sumner County and on eastward from there. But really in Kentucky, the only thing we have a little bit of is, it looks like we have a tornado watch for Simpson County. I can't really tell if that's, it's outlined in yellow, so I'm going to assume that that's the case. And then Allen County, and basically I-65 westward is where the more rough weather is going to be. But I think overall, our whole region in the western part of Kentucky and northwestern Tennessee looks like it's going to be a fairly peaceful night. And so guys, I tell you, I've agonized over what we were looking at yesterday, and I'm so glad that it didn't turn out as bad. And this is day 2 of what we thought is going to be a 4-day event, and we do think that there's going to be more severe weather in front of us, especially on Saturday. Tomorrow's still in question. We don't know for sure. We will do an update tomorrow because that's normally our update day anyway. But we'll see where we are when we get up in the morning and have had a chance to rest our minds a little bit. Because I'll tell you the truth, I'm pretty bushed. Wayne Wilson says, so does Hopkinsville only have to worry about flooding tonight? I would say that's the case, and I don't really see much in the way of that if we don't get any more rain, right, Mark?
Yeah, the flooding conditions will start to ease off a little bit unless we get some more rounds of heavy rain. It could happen. There's still plenty of rain off to the west of us in Missouri and Arkansas that could come up this way. So we'll just have to hang on. We may get some heavier rain and storms in the overnight hours, but I don't think we're going to get anything severe up this way.
Right. Let's see here. I don't know which radar. Okay, I'm not on a single site radar, so let me change that. Get a little bit better way to look at this. Okay, so we got pretty heavy showers southeast of Bowling Green. It probably will not affect Bowling Green proper, but there is some heavier showers, especially on off to the east and east of I-65 that we'll be dealing with. And we got some of these down here in Clarksville. This could come up. It doesn't say that we wouldn't have some more rain because it certainly looks like we'll get some more thunderstorms maybe a little later on tonight, especially if this front starts waffling back to the north and northwest. That could change everything. But anyway, Jackie Airwood says, new subscribers here. Thank you for all you do. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much, Jackie Airwood. And if any of you have not subscribed to us, I really would appreciate it. It does help us to bring you the technology as we continue to work through our technical issues. It seems like we've got everything pretty well fixed, but we got to correct the delay that in my audio to Mark so he can answer me immediately instead of having a little delay there. But thank goodness it sounds like the audio sound has been fixed. Mike Bynum says, hello, David. Hello, Mark. How are you both feeling today? I sent that money order out today. Thank you so much, Mike. We owe you big time. And you don't know how much we appreciate you as a friend, too. Let's look up here. I don't see too much up in your part of the country, in Washington, Indiana. Just some scattered showers. But it doesn't seem to be anything too major. I'll go back here and hit the radar, and let's take a better look. So, yeah, just some scattered showers and stuff. I don't see anything at all serious. We'll go back down here to this site where we can get a little bit better look at everything. But, yeah, we're in pretty good shape. So You don't have to worry too much tonight. You can sleep peacefully and not worry so much about it. Linda McElrath, I'm glad to see you on. Brittany Overton, hi, David Mark. And Sue Brown says, well, we're back at this again. And yeah, we are. I'm not real good of being here. Denise Perry says she's so sick of this weather. And I would agree. I know a lot of you were worried about our coming on today because, after everything we went through yesterday, you would worry about it, and but it does look like that everything is much better than what it was yesterday, obviously, and thankfully there was nothing too serious. It's serious enough. Some parts of the country of our region did get hit, but thankfully I don't think there was any loss of life in our part of the neighborhood here. So I'm happy about that. But anyway. It is a good day to consider, though, after these storms, what you should do when the next round comes at you, because they are going to come back. There's no doubt storms are coming again, and I think that you have to consider a storm shelter. And I'm going to recommend these guys right here. I'm working on a new spot for them. You're going to really like it, and I think you're going to enjoy what they're saying. And just as I do that, we start getting these watches coming in. It does that every time. But here we go. Take a look at this. What would you do when severe storms with tornadoes threaten you and your family? If you have planned properly, you will have a storm shelter nearby that is strong, safe, and will save your family's life. Mid-South storm shelters provide just that. They blend well with the landscape and are proven lifesavers. When the weather gets severe, have no fear with a Mid-South storm shelter. Call today at 270-725-6020. And I got to tell you, these guys, if you will call them about getting a storm shelter and you mention the words weather and wisdom to them, mention the channel, and they will, isn't it amazing when I start these commercials, all these warnings and watches start popping up. But they will give you $200 off if you mention weather and wisdom. That is amazing. $200 off the price.
Everybody wants your attention.
Yeah, I guess so. But anyway, I do hope that you will consider talking to these guys. They are very busy, obviously, but there's storm shelters. They have some that are above ground and below ground. They're all about the same size. They will hold 10 people or so comfortably. And I think that you will be very, very happy to see that. Let's see here. I am looking. Gosh, I got so many people that's talking, I can't hardly keep it up with it all. Let me see here. I'm going down the list. Gosh, it's trying to catch up. I wish I could answer everyone. There's so many people trying to talk to me, and I love you all to pieces. I just can't get to everyone, and besides that, my eyes are not rested, so therefore I'm not able to see things as quickly as I would like to see, and usually it goes right on by before I can get in there to it. But Sarah Hurst says, thanking God and thanking you and Mark and Amy and everyone who kept us informed. Thank you. Sarah, it was our honor and pleasure to do that for you. Sherry Wells, I did, but they said you need a promo code. That promo code is Weather and Wisdom. Say Weather and Wisdom channel, and they will give you the $200 off on that storm shelter. So if they don't, you let me know. But I know what they're talking about, and they will take care of you. Says Kimberly Joshua Pryor, thank you for all your hard work last night. We knew of the tornado warning immediately from watching you. The alert from the weather apps on my phone didn't come in until 15 minutes later. And I'm glad we could help you with that. I'm really glad. But I want to tell you guys, if you're having problems with your roof after last night with hail or anything, you got to remember Michael Vance Contracting and Roofing. And Mark, I think I didn't have no more delay on you, maybe. I hope not, anyway. 270-707-ROOF. Be sure and call Michael. He has teams ready to go, and he will meet your needs when it comes to your roofing issues and can answer your questions. I promise you he will help you. Oh, I'm starting to lose my voice, Mark. He also has Lakeside Campground Marina. Visit lakesidecampground.com is the website. Can't forget my friend Katie Moyer. Mark, you're going to have to take over with it. Anytime my aches and pains act up, I always reach for Kentucky Hip Works Hip Root Salve. It's easy to use. Just rub it on the affected areas and you will soon notice big relief. You can use it as a moisturizing lip balm or ointment that heals and protects your lips during adverse weather conditions and helps with preventing chapped lips. This amazing Kentucky Hemp Works salve is available in our online store at dpww.shop. Order today. And I will tell you, let me find my button here. Here we go. There's the website to the store, dpww.shop, and it also has a link into Shop Weather and Wisdom. It gives you our apparel store. So you can go in there and get you a hoodie or a t-shirt or all kinds of things. So if you will, give that a try. And let me go back here to Mark again. Hey, Mark. Brittany Overton says, did Michael Vance make it out of the storms?
Dave.
Yeah. Brittany Overton says, did Michael Vance make it out of the storms okay? And yes, he did. We did get a notice from him last night that they had gotten out and been safe. For those of you who don't know, there was a tornado bearing down on them, and they took shelter, I think, in the bathhouse there, and were able to get through it without anything too serious happening. And so we're glad of that. Glad so much. So anyway, Anna Marie Goodwin says, I've already got mine ordered. I'm assuming you're talking about the storm shelter. So I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully you mentioned the Weather and Wisdom channels to get your $200 off. Anyway, so let me see. Todd Jonas is ready to storm chase for you guys. Todd, you're going to have to come by. We'll talk to you, and we got to have you safe. That's the most and foremost important thing to do. Shay Watts says, glad Mike and his family are okay, and they are. They notified us last night after he gotten passed that they were okay, and then I think they talked again this morning. Didn't have any damage, I don't think, from what I understand. Anyway, let's see here. Jackie Airwood says, new subscriber here. Thank you for all you do. Very much appreciated.
Just real quickly, everybody can kind of take it easy.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you're up in the Kentucky area, you can take it easy. We're not looking for any severe weather in Kentucky, west of I-65 area. They're under a tornado watch off to the east in central Kentucky, but for our area here and probably down into North Tennessee, even though there's a tornado watch there, I think most of the weather is going to stay south of that I-40 corridor. So I think we can all rest a little bit easier tonight.
Yeah, Jamya says, so Bowling Green is in the clear, and that is correct. It is in the clear. And Anna Marie Goodwin, the shelter, okay, great. She says she sure will. I'm glad to hear that. You guys are just the best. I don't know how to say any more than how proud I am to be friends with you and to have had the honor of giving you some peace of mind through those terrible storms last night. And I'll be honest with you, I'm very happy that it turned out as good as it did, because yesterday morning, as most of you know, it looked horrible. And so anyway, let's see here. Todd Joyner, how's Crofton looking tonight, guys? Basically, just like Mark said, it looks like it's going to be a fairly peaceful night. May get a shower or a thunderstorm, but nothing severe at this point is expected. Not to say that you couldn't have a stray shower pump up to maybe be a little strong. But anyway, Tim Manier says, that's great news. Thank you for all you do. Denise Perry says, it'll be so nice to get a night of sleep. Oh, my. What is that, Mike? Or Mark, here we go. I did it again. Sorry.
Yep. Ralph, I don't know. I haven't had a night of sleep in probably about 30 years.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Since I started doing weather.
Yeah, Mike Bynum, we looked up your way and we didn't see anything too serious. Ginger Simons says April 3rd, 1974 and April 3rd, 2025. What a comparison. You remember that, Mark?
I do. I was a teenager in April 3rd, 1974, but my sister and family used to live in Dayton, Ohio, and I was living in West Virginia, and we traveled through Xenia about 3 days after that, going out to spend spring break with them, and I saw the devastation from that. That's part of what got me kind of turned on in the idea of doing weather for a profession.
James Brown says, "How does it look for Franklin tonight?" James, I think it's going to be pretty good. You're a little bit closer to that stormy weather, but I think overall you're going to be good. Allegra Pace says, "I agree, David. I think we dodged another bullet. Thank you so much." And Allegra, we are so glad that that's the way it turned out. Ginger Simon says, "Eerie reminder, I lived in Louisville at that time, Mark." That's what she was talking about. Mike Badham says, "Praise the Lord. I'm very thankful for that." And actually, Damon Driver says, "Most of us got extremely lucky in Western Kentucky. It could have easily been extremely bad." And he was watching three tornadoes, one confirmed, coming at us at the same time. We saw that. And you are right, Damon. It wasn't just luck. We were blessed. That's all I can say. By the way, Rita Taylor says, "I like Ralph and Mike." When David and Mark check out unexpectedly. Belinda Hinton, "Is restful of Kentucky in the clear for tonight?" We think yes, we think so. Still could be some thunderstorms, so don't be alarmed, but it doesn't appear that they're going to be severe tonight. Katie says, "Hey, welcome back. I hope y'all got some rest. We didn't get much, I'll be honest with you. And since we got in earlier today, we kept trying to get ready to come on and kept coming on. And but we were busy trying to get some of these technical issues worked out. We've done pretty good. I'm proud of Shane, our technician, who's been in here working, and he's done a good job. Like I said, we got just a little bit of delay in my audio to Mark, but that's why he doesn't answer me immediately. You have to wait a second. It's kind of like some of those news reporters talking on satellite. They talk to them, and then you have to shake their head, and then they answer.
Yep. And sometimes there's just a bit of a delay like that.
Well, Mitzi McNichol says, "Yes, we were extremely blessed." Milton Perry says, "David, you and Mark need to make these storms come through during the daytime instead of late night." Gosh, I wish we could. Andrea Cook, "I'm glad that one funnel cloud in Oak Grove didn't touch down last night. It did look big, and I agree. We had our team on that, and we were watching it." Jacob Gibson, "Is there much to worry about tonight?" And the answer is no, very little. Same thing with Madisonville from Ashland Harrell and Denise Perry. "I'm from Ashtabula, Ohio. We drove through Xenia after they cleared some of the debris. It was devastating." And Dave is laughing at us. He says, "How true." Dave, we love you to pieces. Glad to see you on here with us. But yeah, overall, everyone can relax a little bit. We're getting a few storms down around Oak Grove right now, but it's not anything to worry about. Although they are close to that tornado watch area, I still don't see anything to be worried about in that area down there. I think everybody should get them a good night's sleep, and we will come back uh, at this again tomorrow. We will update you one way or the other and let you know what's happening. But I think that we are in good shape overall, and I really appreciate y'all. You've done so much to help us. It's not just about us helping you; you help us too. You encourage us to keep going by the words you're saying and everything, and how that we've helped you. It means the world to us, and I'm telling you, it's nothing like it. Andrea Cook says, "I hope y'all get home safe and y'all get some rest." Jacob Gibson says, "I watched your entire stream last night, and I'm definitely still tired." If you watched our whole stream, you ought to be tired, Jacob. Mark, you can talk. You know that, right?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to get done. I am glad everyone was on with us last night. And I appreciate y'all hanging with us. Yes, we're still kind of tired, but it's all right. We will get through it. We'll maybe get a little bit of rest tonight and hopefully be ready to go at it tomorrow and Saturday when our chances for severe weather kick in again.
Yeah, Jesse Reese is laughing at us. Tammy Tatum says, Mike is lost in space. Gosh, we should never started that trend on our names here. Darlene A says, my friend in Fort Branch, Indiana is so afraid of storms. I try to keep him encouraged, and I appreciate that, Darlene. Tell him to watch us, and we will do our best to encourage him. Let's see here. Brittany Overton says, crickets. Chris Eves says, thank you, David. I know you got to be tired. You don't know the half of it. Oh, my goodness. Megan Jones says she kept us on even when she fell asleep. So she was watching us in her sleep, and she must have been dreaming about us talking about storms, is all I can say. Chris Beecham, Dave, you a DM. Not sure what that means, but anyway. Denise Perry says, poor Mark.
Is that a dream or a nightmare?
I don't know. Andrea Cook says, so it's supposed to be bad again tomorrow and Saturday, or just Saturday? Tomorrow's a possibility. We're going to have to watch and see. Let's see here. Karen Dunning, we appreciate all of you. Carl Latham says, hey, Dave, what time last night did you and Mark finally get to knock off for the night last night? I got home around 3 o'clock this morning. And so Robert Stewart said, is Mark on the other side of a canyon waiting on the echo?
That's about right.
Yeah, it is. Let's see here. Tammy Hester, thank you for your compassion. Y'all are great. Chelsea Reese, thanks everyone, including Amy Crabtree, for your help. Yeah, Amy's on here watching us, I think, somewhere. Paula Rogers, I stuck it out with y'all until about 10:30, then I had to go on to sleep. Thank you guys for all you do. Stay safe. Nancy McElroy, it's comforting to have y'all looking out for us. Chris Gober says, Daredevil is good. I'm taking a nap. I think I would like to do that as well. So let's see here. Mark, we've been on about 35 minutes. Do you have anything else you need to tell the folks? Let me ask you first, what does it look like after all this is over?
Watch out for the flooding. And as far as when all this is over, we do have some cooler weather, probably the little last hurrah we're going to see as the polar vortex collapses. Probably not much in the way of snow or anything like that for chances, but we will have cool weather and no chance for severe weather for a few days.
And boy, I'm so glad of that. I really am. And I could use a rest. We got some things to catch up on here at the studio and things to do to prepare for additional things we have coming. So I think now that we're getting our technology almost worked out, still a little bit yet to go, but we're just about there. See, Marcy's Stevenson, what are the blue dots and white lines on the map? I definitely want to get some rest tonight in Clarksville, Tennessee. Amanda Wright said, Dave, be sure to get some raw honey for that throat. And Mark, what are those blue dots? Well, I know what the blue dots are. These are storm tracks, and the blue dots are marks of time. Okay, Mark agrees with me.
Yeah, each one of those blue dots is about 15 minutes of time in the path of that particular cell or storm as it moves in that direction.
And the line is showing what direction it's moving in. So that's how you know. Chris Tatum says, Dogwood winter coming. And yes, it looks like it. Rita Taylor says, rest easy, heroes. See you next time. Come on, spring. Chris Meese says, good old whiskey and honey. Be good for that throat. Okay, everybody. I'm really tired, so I think we're going to call it a day. Mark, any final words?
Everyone watch out again for the flooding. Remember, turn around, don't drown. Have some good rest tonight, and we will see you tomorrow.
And if I don't see you here, I'll see you here. Rita.